Hello and welcome to this second installment of Lost in Time, the games that time forgot. I'm your host and internet nobody, Zonic94. Good evening to you all. Today I'm going to show you guys Squashed, a western version of Famicom platformer Ninja Jar Jar Maru Galactic Battle, created by Jaleco and due to have been released in 1991, at least according to the title screen. This is in fact one of many games in the Jar Jar Maru series. A series, with the exception of Maru's Mission and the Virtual Console release of Ninja Jar Jar Maru Kun, is rarely seen outside of Japan. This game, had it been released, would have been the first or possibly second game in the series to reach American shores. One interesting thing to note before we actually begin playing, according to Lost Levels, when this game was released in Japan it was labelled as a Super Mario action game. You're gonna find out why that is very soon. Let's begin, shall we? If by any chance you are interested in the game's plot, here's the basic gist of it. The game essentially has a half-assed eat your vegetables message, with our main heroes Maru and Corey sent to bed early for not eating the veg served to them. Some parents. It's not like sending them up is going to make them eat it next time or anything. And trust me, I should know for a guy who almost avoids vegetables like the plague. But we're getting off topic here. Anyway, they start dreaming about crashed UFOs and being asked to stop some vegetable-obsessed supervillain, leading to god-awful puns like unidentified flying onion, let us check it out, peas help, I am King Kale, and my personal favourite, Planet of the Grapes. Ugh. Seriously, this pun was funnier.
Somebody call 911, because I was robbed.
And that's saying a hell of a lot. Within just seconds of playing, you'll notice that the comparisons to other NES classics are as clear as day. I mean, look at it! It's got the pogo jump attack from DuckTales, this robotic frog power that looks like an enemy from a Mega Man game, and it blatantly steals many ideas from the Mario games, like the Goomba-looking enemies, flashing blocks for power-ups, and even goes as far as to having the status bar look virtually identical to that from Super Mario Bros. 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen plagiarism this bad in a game since the great Gianna Sisters, I pity you. Plagiarism aside, the game itself is a pretty standard platforming side-scroller, but it does feature an interesting game mechanic. If you hold down the B button, and yes, I checked, it is the B button, you begin running on the spot, and letting go of the button will allow you to run faster and jump higher, which sometimes is required to get across chasms. If you hold down the button longer, you'll be able to roll up into a ball. Just like another game I know, but Squash beat it by a year or so it doesn't really count. You can also collect weapons like boomerangs, which definitely help to kill enemies while you're on the move, but it's quite unnecessary for the most part. Oh, and don't get me started on the star bombs, because those things are practically useless. As I mentioned earlier, during one part of the game you'll be able to take control of this Mega Man-esque robotic frog. Or I guess it's maybe some sort of mechanical frog suit or something. Frog suit. God damn it, Squashed! While this game is terribly unoriginal, I must admit it isn't actually that bad. I mean, it's nothing amazing, but compared to about 3/4 of the NES's game library, it's playable and quite fun to say the least. For what I could play from the game, that is. I got to the first boss, or at least I think I reached the first boss, I can't really tell, because as you can see, I can't see anything. All the character sprites are missing, so I can't see what I'm doing, and even if I could, I wouldn't be able to see what's attacking me and how. Obviously, it occurred to me that this was an emulation glitch on NES's part, so I tried resetting the game to see if it would make a difference to anything, but I still got the exact same result. I couldn't give up just yet because I wouldn't have had much of a review, so I tried to look for an alternative. Lost Levels has a ROM download link for the game, but it's completely dead. I searched my best for a ROM link online, and although I did in fact find one result on Rom Freaks, the file itself was unfortunately something my computer doesn't want to recognise for some reason. I'm terribly sorry, guys. I really want to show more of the game to you, I really do. But due to technical difficulties, it doesn't look like I can. So since I can't really show you any more of the game, I guess we should just move on to the final verdict. In conclusion, Squashed is one of the most extreme cases of plagiarism in a video game I have ever seen, and there's no wonder why it wasn't released in the US market. It could have suffered from the same lawsuits Nintendo filed against Rainbow Arts, and hardly anyone would have been able to play the game because of it. But aside from that, the game itself is still rather good. It controls fluidly, and unlike most rip-offs, it actually comes close to being a game that plays like other classics, but still feels new and fresh at the same time. If you're interested enough, definitely check it out. Just don't expect to pass the first level when playing on the NES. Well, this brings this episode of Lost in Time to an end, folks. I'll see you all next time. Oh, a little bit of an extra. I was recently looking at some screenshots for Mario's mission on the Game Boy and found two which looked rather suspicious. You see what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play a marvellous little game which I like to call What the Fuck Are These Shots Ripping Off? Your 15 seconds to find out start now! Time's up, and if your answer was both Punch-Out on the NES and Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy, you are WRONG! Because the cityscape shot, although it looks vaguely like the one in Punch-Out, it still doesn't look anywhere as close. And you can't even compare the second shot with Kirby because this game was released before Kirby. So essentially, I've just wasted a minute or so of your life on this crap. I need some sleep.